Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Anta. Then the Diawarne puts the ancestral crown on the Damel's head. This crown is a turban adorned with scarlet and golden and silver amulets, and it contains other amulets for the mystical protection of the king. He then addresses the king with these words: Hail, Damel! You must govern us with wisdom and safeguard the independence of your country. The Damel sits there for some time in order to be seen by the people. Then on Diaverne Embol Gallo's orders, certain strong men lift him onto an open planking and then take him to a sacred forest outside of the capital city where he will dwell for 8 days. Only upon his return will he be able to reign. In Ghana, also, the ritual of enthronement includes a stay in the sacred woods. The Damel distributes traditional, generous gifts in line with the different social classes. He must give 10 units of everything to those who elected him, including horses, captives, etc. He then appoints the dignitaries, or more precisely, he swears them in, because all these functions are hereditary. He collects a fee attached to each function on this occasion, and here, in the social sense, it is the picture of true feudality the, that imposes and reinforces itself as one goes through the three lists of the hereditary functions. First, he names the Farasuf, commander of the Royal Elite Guard, who in turn proposes the other names to the king. All the kingdom's princes are guarded by their slaves, in whom they put more trust than their peers. This explains the improvement in conditions of the princes, or the crown's prisoners. Those who are in charge of the prince's security deserve not to be annoyed too much. They are the ones who terrorize by their frequent inspection of the prince's domains the poor and free peasants, the Badolo. We fear these captives, they say, because they have the ear of the princes. This is an expression that could well have been inherited from Egypt. Only the Farah Suf and the Diaraf Suf and the Diarerne Embo Diamber can freely enter the Damel's home. Then comes the Diaraf Bont Kur, who is the superintendent of the royal court, and as such is in charge of guarding the main gate, as opposed to the Diaraf Pot, who guards the secret back door reserved for the secret agents and other personalities whose comings and goings must be kept from the general public. The Diaraf Diamber and the Diaraf Ramain and the Diaraf and Goran are in charge of collecting contributions and paying some of the Damel's expenses. Following the enthronement of the Damel, the free men were expected to furnish for 1 year the palace's food and an ox for a day. Each village of the kingdom, in turn, made the same contribution and also sent 15 young men and 15 young women in order to serve at the court. Each village was administered by its chief, who at times acted as the conciliatory magistrate. The important matters were brought before the Diarra for his judgment. If the parties did not agree, the provincial chief convened a 7-member council to deal with the issue. The more serious matters that called into question the integrity of the provincial chiefs were judged by the Damel, who summoned the High Council, composed of the Diorne Ambo Diamber, the president, Boto Ub and Diop, Lamain Diamatel, Lamain Palmev, Badi Gatiane, and Borgade Gnol, and the Dajaref Kandane, Basigi de Sate, and the Farah Suf, representing the Damel. Once judgment was rendered, the president instructed the Farah Suf to transmit it to the Damel for execution. The institution of the Qadi and the Kayor did not begin until the Lat Dior's conversion to Islam. We'll stop there. Continue back with Civilization or Barbarism. I'm Uriel. Hi, Scott.